Which one should you get, bank or company POS? Welcome to this video. My name is Tope Alao, and on this channel I've been dissecting a lot of topics. In today's video I'm going to show you which one should you get, bank or company POS, based on about 5 years experience in the POS industry. So when I mean banks, I mean commercial banks that issue out POS. So when I mean POS companies, I mean Opay, Money Point, PalmPay, Kudi, and the Bankly and the rest. The list goes on. So which of them should you go for? Should you go for bank or should you go for company POS? If you're new to this channel, you're yet to subscribe, click on the subscribe button below. Also give this video a thumbs up so that people who are looking for amazing content like this will be able to see it, guys. This is the best channel on the internet that provides the best content as regards the POS business as well as payment platforms in Nigeria. All right, guys, so let's dive into it. We're going to be grading both parties, that is the banks and the POS companies, based on these criteria: the network, pricing, reliability, customer service, features, durability, and reconciliation. Remember, I'm talking from 5 years experience for personally, as well as the experience of my colleagues, as well as my students. Over 1,000 students I have in the POS business. So the network, in terms of network, which is the first thing we'll be checking, banks POS have a good network, but not as good as POS companies. A lot of POS companies are very focused on what they do. Companies like Opay, MoneyPoint, PalmPay, Kudi, uh, have better network. When I mean network, I mean when you want to withdraw, when you want to transfer, is it going through? What's the success rate? That is, uh, if you do 10 transactions, how many of them will be successful? So most POS companies, that is Opay, PalmPay, Udi, and others, have better and stable network compared to what you can achieve in the bank. This might be due to the fact that banks have other businesses they do, while POS companies are much more focused on the POS business entirely. So the next thing we'll be checking is the pricing. Yes, in terms of pricing, some banks, it's of recent that we are seeing banks reducing their pricing. But before, the model used to be that, okay, banks will give out POS to merchants for free. Yes, for free. The cost of acquiring POS with the bank, they will give you for free. But the charges on it is very high. There are some banks that will charge customers 100 naira. That is, you withdraw 2,000 naira and they will debit the customer extra 100 naira. So it is from this extra 100 naira that they will now credit you as a merchant 50 naira or 45 naira, as the case may be. They will carry 50% or 55%. That was in the past, though some banks are still using that model, which is very expensive. Let's take, for example, a customer wants to withdraw 1,000 naira and they debited the customer extra 100 naira. Of the 100 naira, they give you 50 naira, which means your own cost indirectly is 50 naira for withdrawing. Whereas if you use a POS companies uh, like Opay, MoneyPoint, PalmPay, and the rest, they will charge you maximum of 6 naira instead of charging you 15 naira. And they don't really tamper with your customer's account, which is why most people prefer POS companies. So they don't charge your customer extra fee, because this might cause issue between you and your customer. You, after collecting charges from the customer, the bank will still later debit the customer. So I've had several experiences with this. Some even led to a police case because banks charge customers. So I had to drop that particular POS that time. So that's pricing. So POS companies are better with pricing than banks. So though some banks now have better pricing in the system. So the next thing we'll be looking at is reliability. When it comes to reliability, what I mean by reliability is, can you turn on your POS machine and you are confident that you'll be able to perform transaction at any time? Yes, banks are trying in this. They are trying a lot, but POS companies, like I said earlier, have better reliability. Yes, it depends on the POS company you are working with actually. So, but for the major ones like Opay, PalmPay, Kudi, Bankly, MoneyPoint, which other one? So those major ones have better reliability. There are some POS companies as well that doesn't have better reliability, but if you go with any of the major ones, you have a good reliability. So the next thing we'll be looking at is the customer service. Customer service, yes, banks are very, very good with customer service, but it takes a lot of time for you to get your issue resolved. But nowadays, we now have POS companies having they are very dedicated customer service. There are some POS platforms that are very amazing. They have WhatsApp platform, Telegram platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, in fact, email, anywhere you want to contact them, you can easily contact them and they will help you resolve your issues. Bank have this as well, but it takes time for them to resolve. But with POS companies, you can easily resolve it within few minutes or few hours to the time you log the complaint. Most POS companies now have on their app where you can log several complaints because they know you will have those complaints and they are ready to help you resolve it. There are some amazing platforms like Kudi that has a dedicated place on your app. You can log complaints like if they debit to a customer, there's a place you log it as dispense error and they'll credit you within 24 hours, 24 to 72 working hours. Uh, if the money is credited to them. So those are the things like companies like Kudi Money Point also has same feature, but they'll credit your customer. So they will definitely help you resolve it within the shortest period of time. Opay has it as well. So there are Bankly also has it. So PalmPay is trying to come up with theirs. Is still in the developing stage. So in terms of customer service, POS companies are getting it right as compared to banks. So features, in terms of features, what can you do on the POS? The bank can give you the same type of POS. That is, they can give you, let's say, packs. They can give you Android POS. They can give you analog POS, and POS companies can also give you the same type of POS. But what can you do with each one? So there are some features you can do on a bank POS that you can't do on a certain company POS. One of it is opening accounts. So most banks give you the opportunity, if you are one of their agents, they give you the opportunity to open a bank account for your customers. Yes, if you're a bank agent, that is, you get the POS from the bank, so you can open accounts for your customer with that particular bank. So which is one of the features that most POS companies don't have yet. So most of them don't have yet, though some of them have it, but not really fully functional at the time of recording this video. So there are some other amazing features that POS companies have on their POS that banks doesn't have. So like checking customer balance. Most POS companies now on their POS, you can check customers ATM balance. Let's say a customer comes to you and say, okay, I don't know how much is in my bank account. I don't know how much is there. Please let me check the balance. So with your POS company POS machine, you'll be able to check the customer's balance and know how much is left in that particular account before you perform certain transactions. So there are some other features like paying bills. You can pay bills seamlessly on POS company POS. Though banks POS can also pay bills, but it's more seamless on company POS. Again, it depends on the POS company you are using. You can do a lot of amazing things, pay bills like NEPA bill, Go TV, like I said, check customer balance, withdraw, do ATM card transfer. ATM card transfer is a situation whereby a customer comes with his ATM and says, okay, I want to transfer from my own ATM to another bank account. So most POS companies are now putting these features on their POS. Why banks are most banks are yet to put that. So which is one of the amazing things and amazing features that POS company also have. So in terms of durability, yes, most POS are kind of the same. So if you get an Android POS from a bank and you get it from POS companies, they will have the same durability because they are produced by the same manufacturer. Just like you have Techno manufacturing phone, you have a Phoenix manufacturing phone. So since the POS are always or almost from the same manufacturer from China, so they have the same durability. So both of them have the same durability. They are equal in that aspect. So the last point I will be taking is the reconciliation. What do I mean by reconciliation? Reconciliation means when you want to balance your account at the end of the day, is your account balance. So on bank POS, most of the time, there's usually issue. I won't lie to you, from personal experience, though they might still get it right. Sometimes you do transaction, they debit the customer, it's a decline transaction that they are not supposed to credit you. They will credit you as a merchant. Sometimes you might be like, okay, let me pay the customer. If you pay the customer, the bank will definitely debit you later. Let's say you do a withdrawal of 20,000 or 50,000 naira, and they debit the customer. You say you, but they credit you as a merchant. Normally it's declined, they are not supposed to credit you. But when they credit you as a merchant, and you believe that, okay, let me pay the customer, when the bank is doing their reconciliation, they will see that particular transaction as declined, and they will have to debit your own account as a POS merchant, which you have already parted with money. Yes, this is common with bank POS, but with mobile money POS, some of them have it, but most of them over time they've refined their system and they've been able to uh, uh, to should I say stop this kind of occurrence. So some of them still have it, but it's let's say 30% of them still have the issue. About 70% of the POS companies now have that figured out. So those are the basic things you should look at when you want to get a bank POS. So I won't tell you which one is the best. So you can decide yourself. So if you want a free POS, because most banks will give you their POS for free, while POS companies will charge you about 20,000 naira or 40, 50, 60,000 naira, depending on the type of POS you want to get to get the POS machine. So if you need any help, you have any question, leave it in the comments box below. If there's any video you want me to make to explain, if you don't get anything in this video I have explained, leave it in the comment box below and I will be there to answer your question. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, click on that subscribe button below, and most importantly, beside the subscribe button you see a bell icon. Click on it so that whenever I release amazing content like this, you'll be the first to know. All right guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.